A circle.
This is the story, the fantastically true story of Herbert A. Philbrick, who for 9 frightening years did lead 3 lives. Average citizen, high-level member of the Communist Party, and counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For obvious reasons, the names, dates, and places have been changed, but the story is based on fact. This week's story tells of the Communist plans to cripple the country's vital communication system. What's the matter with you, Philbrick? Can't you relax? You're coming home from a business trip. All business this time. No party or FBI assignments to complicate life for you and your family. Relax, man, relax. Yeah, honey. Yeah, I guess you're right. There's not much more I can do on these layouts. I guess I'll call it a day. All right. Yeah, I think I could use a bath and a nice, long evening with you and the kids. All right, I'll see you. Bye. Philbrick.
I called twice yesterday and again this morning. Your secretary said you're out of town.
Yeah, well, couldn't it wait till tomorrow?
This is a big contract, Mr. Philbrick. I know how much it means to you. But it could easily go to another agency.
I know. I appreciate you calling me, but I just now got in.
CJ wants action this afternoon.
All right. Tell him I'll be over as soon as I can. Honey. Yeah, something came up. I know, but... Yeah, but this is a thing I've been working on a long time, and it looks like they're just now ready to sign. I know, darling, I'm sorry. Give my love to the kids, will you? Okay. Bye. This is nothing new, Philbrick. You've disappointed the wife before. Business as usual, and this is business for the FBI. Yeah, I'd say that archery course is in pretty bad shape. A couple of the targets need replacing today. Yeah, before the tournament tomorrow.
Well, in that case, I think we'd better take care of it. I'll pick you up at Joe's place.
Come off it. Why should they tell you now? Unless the upcoming business is top secret. they're still at the door. Oh, forget it. Here we go again. Central Committee. It's not often you get up here. This must be something big. Things are moving fast these days.
Hello, comrade. Took you rather long to get here.
Well, I got here just as soon as I could.
Well, never mind. The meeting's adjourned.
Adjourned?
For security reasons, Comrade John thought it best to adjourn to Comrade Norma's place.
Oh.
You know the address?
You better give it to me again.
Nothing in writing. It's 3546 Brookside. Got it?
3546 Brookside, yeah. When's the meeting, tonight?
Of course not. It's now. They're expecting you.
Oh. Who's expecting me?
You'll see when you get there. Got a light?
Oh, sure.
Have one.
No, thanks.
Congratulations, comrade. If you qualify for this assignment, you're really in.
Yeah. I'm in, but I'm not in.
You're really in. But there's a fly in the ointment. Comrade Pete. You know him?
Pete, the electrician, yeah.
He's an excellent party man, but he's strange. Doesn't seem to like you, comrade.
That's too bad. You know why?
I have no idea. Just thought I'd pass it along.
Well, thanks for the tip. Maybe I better explain to Comrade Pete that the party has no room for personalities.
He doesn't realize that for sabotage we need all the brains we can get. I'm sure you can take care of yourself, comrade. You'd better get started.
No. See you. What's the idea?
Relax, comrade. I need a lift.
You'll have to be more specific, mister, whoever you are.
Okay, Comrade Herb. Comrade Jane gave me the address.
What address?
3546 Brookside. Satisfied?
Nothing like double checking. What are the papers in the back?
Old layouts.
Layouts? I didn't bring any advertising with me.
It isn't advertising. It's layouts of a radio station. Comrade John figured that you being an ad man, layouts would be safer in your car.
Layouts? Radio stations? I don't get it. This is something new. A tale who's not a tale. Never a dull moment. Life is full of little surprises.
I want to stress an important point. The minute we've taken over, we'll need to restore the country's productive economy as quickly as possible. Our job is to cripple the radio system. It is imperative that you do not destroy any valuable equipment. Now, I want specific information as to the length of ropes needed to scale fences, the amount and number of powder charges necessary to temporarily disrupt service, and so forth. Comrade Pete?
Now he's briefing the key men. Get this, Philbrick. Etch it deep into your brain. Thereafter, a complete paralysis of vital communications all over the U.S. This unit will smash radio. Other units will knock out bridges, dams, water supply lines. Get every word, every detail. This is a blueprint for sabotage.
Comrade Herb, you will stand by as alternate. If you should be called, your contacts with radio executives will stand you in good stead. I want you to pay just as close attention to detail as if you were one of the key men. Any questions?
Yes. Say the city's radio communications are knocked out. There's still the ham network. What about it?
A good question, comrade. A very good question. That's your special baby, Comrade Pete. You want to answer?
Let's just say that we have ways and means of jamming the hams, but good. I wouldn't expect you to understand, any of you.
I know how to follow instructions, comrade.
This is my department, Comrade Herb. You might as well know this is no kid stuff. I wouldn't want you to get electrocuted.
Comrade John, I don't know a thing about electronics. I've got a family to think about. I don't think I'm qualified for this assignment.
The screening committee is the best judge of that, comrade. It was decided that Comrade Pete and you would handle this phase of the operation. Now let's get down to business. Comrades, I can't stress strongly enough the importance of radio and television in our plan of operation. With our unit determining how to disrupt the radio-TV system, and other units, telephone, telegraph, and teletype, we can then compile all information into a master plan for paralyzing the country's entire communication system. There can be no slip-ups.
Comrade,
Yes, Comrade Pete.
do we make this check during the normal broadcast day, or do we wait until they go off the air?
We'll have to work during the operational day. Your job, comrades, is to photograph the location of master controls, switches, transformers, auxiliary power units, etc.
But, comrade, exactly what do I do? Where do I go?
I will brief each one of you individually in a few moments. Comrade Pete, you will develop the film in your darkroom. Comrade Herb will help you. I want you to deliver the negatives to me here without delay. Oh, and one more thing.
What's that?
No prints.
Philbrick, you gotta be in on this. Contact Dressler fast. Maybe he can figure some way to count you in.
Give it a grease job, Joe, and check it all around, will you? Say, you know anybody that's going my way? I never. All right. Will you live? Thanks. Say this is probably a part of their overall plan for taking over communications on D-Day. But they're underestimating us, Herb.
You don't think they could walk quietly in and take over the city's radio?
We're not going to be caught napping again. Ever. It's going to have to be a really big day to blast Uncle Sam. We have a pretty good idea of what they're trying to do. But if you can get us some first-hand reports, better still, some pictures.
Doesn't look too hopeful. At best, I'm just an alternate. Somebody'd have to break a leg to get me called.
That gives me an idea. Suppose one of them should break a leg.
You don't mean...
No, nothing like that. Suppose you let us take care of it, Herb. I have an idea you're going to get that call.
Well, fine, except that only covers one station. How am I going to cover the other two?
Yeah, that does pose a bit of a problem. If we could work out a plan for you to go back, that is, go back over the ground covered by the other key men.
What reason would I have?
Yeah.
If you could just maneuver me into a position where I could force a recheck.
That's it. That's right, Herb. But how? Well, let's take another look at this message. Yeah, it's vague enough. And should be damaging. They'll undoubtedly have a tail on this fellow. And make your passes obvious. And be sure that you take plenty of time driving away. Be sure that you give them every chance to follow you back here. Okay?
Look, I don't know what this is all about. I never saw that guy before in my life. He just came over and stuck that on me.
Be sure and make contact at the shop across the street from the radio station before assignment.
Get going. I just told you that I...
Wait, do as I say. was contacted by an FBI man. No doubt about it. I followed him to the federal building.
I thought he acted suspicious at the meeting. Where is he now?
At Comrade Jim's.
Good. Anything else?
Yeah. The guy gave him a message. I've got it.
Yeah. Speaking.
Pete will meet you at the parking lot.
Right. I'll be there. 5 little Indians peeking in the door. One gets yanked, and then there were 4.
You heard about Al?
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad, wasn't it?
Now do you know why I'm suspicious? A lucky thing we got to him just in time to switch to Plan B.
Plan B. That's this one, the one you and I are carrying out now?
Right. It's my idea.
Strike at the tower, huh?
That's right. What good's a transmitting system with a crippled tower?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Except...
What?
Isn't it pretty dangerous?
Not if you know what you're doing.
Well, that's what I'm waiting to find out, comrade. What I'm to do.
All you have to do is chin with the engineer. These guys get awful lonesome. Leave the rest to me. You're the gab artist.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about radio.
The less you know, the better. Just keep him occupied. Tonight we'll complete the plan and go to the radio station itself. Here we are.
Feeling pretty smug, eh, comrade? You'll walk right in, do your dirty work, and take over, huh? That's what you think. The comrades were right. This is a lead pipe cinch. You walk into a radio station and start taking pictures like knocking off ducks in a shooting gallery. Thanks to your contacts here, Philbrick, the comrades can set it up any way they want. This could be for a feature article or an ad layout. Comrade, just walk right up to your targets and shoot. Teletype switches, monitoring equipment, master controls. Like you said, comrade, a lead pipe cinch. Only you don't know that the lead pipe has 3 little initials stamped on it. FBI.
have you got there, my friend?
Radio.
Radio. Well, I'm afraid we can't offer you very much on a radio.
Well, what do you suppose you could offer on a radio tower?
Well, a radio tower, now that's a little different. Now, let's take a look at it. Pull up a chair, Herb. Take the load off your feet. Must be pretty heavy carrying a radio tower around.
Oh.
I didn't think they'd try the tower. Must be pretty dangerous out there on a lonely country road.
That's what I thought. Comrade Pete, though, seemed to be pretty cocksure.
The gate was open.
Wide open.
Undoubtedly, your co-conspirators feel equally cocksure that the studios will be wide open.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't got much to report, really. I was with Comrade Pete the whole time. I have no idea what went on at the other stations.
We've got to know, Herb. And I think I've got a way.
Yeah?
Suppose you turn in a dissenting report. Tell them that this is by no means a sure, safe system. And I think that'll force a recheck.
You figure to get me thrown out of the party, but fast.
On the contrary. If we play this hand right, your stock will go up several points. We want them to trust you, to the limit.
You got any ideas?
I can't give you the details.
I should have known better than to ask.
You asked to be maneuvered into a position for rechecking. This would seem to be that maneuver. You see, Herb, this report is only part of the story. With reports on the other members of the sabotage unit, we should be able to see the complete plan for the crippling of the country's communication system.
What'd you talk to the engineer about yesterday?
You said I had the gift of gab. How'd you make out?
Oh, it was a cinch. I covered that place like a reporter. No trouble at all.
Yeah? Will your plan work?
What do you think? Comrade Herb, don't turn that light on. That's photographic paper.
Well, I did something wrong, huh?
Remember, comrade, no prints.
Good work, comrades. I see that none of you had any trouble. When the time comes, we'll be able to move swift and sure with our communications plan. Any comments?
Well, I disagree, comrade, that this is a swift, sure, and safe plan.
What did you mean by that, comrade?
Well, it was all just too easy. It doesn't add up. We're being over-optimistic. Taking power from the capitalists isn't going to be like taking candy from a kid. Let's not fool ourselves, comrades.
What are you talking about? He's an obstructionist. He's always dissenting.
Sit down. Comrade Herb still has the floor.
It's true I haven't always sided with the rest of you, but it so happens that I've been proved right. Look at my record.
Oh, come off it. Get to the point. We had no trouble. None of us did.
It just can't be that simple. We were lucky. I'll bet you it would never happen that way again.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'm going to give you a chance to prove yourself again. You'll come with me, comrade.
What, now?
Right now. We'll go in your car. Meeting's adjourned, comrades. Let's go. I can't figure it out. Yesterday they were wide open. Today they're shut tighter than... What's your theory, comrade?
I can only guess. Comrade Al?
Sure, I've thought of that. All the same, the leaks were plugged up awfully fast.
Yeah, well, it just bears out what I was saying.
Pull up over there.
Here? By the pawn shop. Could there have been a slip?
I'll walk from here. Where I'm going is just a few blocks. No need for us to be seen together any more than necessary. I have have to admit, comrade, you were right. When we do it, we'll blast our way in.
Goodbye, comrade. And brother, when he asked me to park across the street, I thought it was curtains for Comrade Herb.
Neat coincidence.
A little too neat, if you ask me.
But with this full report, we can tie up a pretty good case. We know now that the only way they can get into our communication system is with an army.
Yeah, but Jerry, our side's got an army, too. A pretty darn good one. FBI was able not only to learn how the commies planned to cripple our radio system, but also got a detailed description of the would-be saboteurs for future reference. Next week, we'll bring you another story from the files of Herbert A. Philbrick. The kind of story that could only be told by a man who for 9 fantastic years served as a counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation.